Welcome to class. Please have your mat, any props you would like, bolster, strap, blocks, and remember, this practice is for you. Meet yourself where you're at. Let go of expectations, judgment, and do what you need to do to come into balance. Yoga, yoking, body, mind, and spirit. Some days, it may serve you best to pull out of the poses and just take a few deep breaths. Let's go ahead and get started. Mountain pose. Finding that firm foundation with your feet. Big toes, pinky toes, and heels evenly pressing down. Thighs are firm. Fingers reach down as the crown of your head lifts up. And right here, looking down softly, or maybe even shutting your eyes, taking a second just to come in and notice subtleties. Perhaps there's an area of your body that you're sensing. Again, no judgment, just taking notice. Or you may be noticing your mind. Is it busy, calm? No judgment. Or perhaps you're noticing your breath. What's that natural ebb and flow of your inhale and exhale? Open our eyes, starting to deepen our breath with movement. Inhale, reaching up to where it feels right for you. Exhale, pressing your palms, filling your abdominals, your front belly ignite. Back to mountain. Inhale all the way into your belly. And then exhale, pressing the palms. Allowing yourself to move at your perfect pace. You may want to take your soft gaze, also known as your drishti, to your fingertips. That soft gaze. Everything around you becomes an outline. You're aware of your environment, yet you're a bit more focused on you, your experience. One more big breath in. And exhale. Now return to mountain, stay right there. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, reach your fingers down and back. And then put a bend in both of your knees and pretend like you're giving a big hug. Lengthen up, feel your back body engage. Give that hug. See if you can feel your abdominals ignite. Standing cat and cow. Flexion and extension of the spine. I'll give you a side view. Inhale, open, expand. Exhale, come in. We'll do a few more rounds. Again, if one of these poses just feels so good, allow yourself to hold it there and take a few breaths. If it feels good to flow, continue to flow. One more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Now come up tall, mountain. Palms face your thighs. Right arm reaches up as your feet ground. And we just slide over until you feel side body opening. Think about softening your shoulders from your ears. And come back up and release down. Left arm reaches up first, get all that wonderful length. And then open, just to that point where you have sensation. Your face is soft, breath is fluid. Come up, release down. Let's do that again. Right arm, so much length. And then side body opening. Coming back center and releasing. Left arm up, opening. Coming back center and releasing down. Now roll both shoulders up, back, and down. This will help you open your chest as well as increase a bit of mobility in your neck and shoulder region. We tend to hold a lot right here. 2 more. Shake out your arms. Stand tall, thumbs are forward. Chest lifted, shoulders down. Take ear to shoulder. Feel the side of your neck opening. And then very slowly, just to the front, roll chin to chest. And then ear to the opposite shoulder, so front neck circles. Just inviting this region to relax and release. And these are excellent if you're at the computer working, or if you're just having one of those days. Again, notice the areas that feel so good. Maybe allow yourself to hold it there. Take some breath in. When you're nice and even, head comes up. Mountain pose, tall, strong, confident. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times, deep breath into your belly. Exhale. Always allowing yourself to make a little noise if that serves you. Just let out an audible sigh. And come tall. Now we're going to play with the blocks if you'd like. You don't have to use them. But starting in mountain pose, inhale up. Exhale, sink into chair. So in chair, knees are aligned with the toes, palms pressed together, we feel the belly. You have those blocks right in front of you. Now keeping this length in your spine, find your blocks, bend your knees quite a bit. Pinkies or fingers are on the blocks. See if you can fly your arms, engaging your posture muscles. And then sweep the arms up, lengthening your back, still sitting down and back with your bottom. Hands to heart center, and return to mountain. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, sink into chair. So chair may be up here, it could be down here. Relax your shoulders. Feel all that nice, long, neutral spine. Now keeping your spine long, hinge from your hips, come to that half lift. If you want, fly your arms, feel the middle of your back, the back of your shoulders. And we're gonna sweep the arms up. Hands to heart center. And back to mountain. We'll do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, sink into chair. Notice the heat that you're building. Solid in your legs. Maybe coming a little bit lower. This could also be a chair right in front of you. Fly your arms. And sweep up. Hands to heart center. And return to mountain. Nice. Now take your blocks, put them out to the side of your mat. From mountain pose, inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the leg furthest from me. Step it right in between your blocks. Now step back with the leg closest to me into high lunge. And right here, you're squeezing your tush, pushing your hip forward, pressing your palms together, checking that your front knee is aligned with your toes. And then we're gonna find those blocks again with a hinge. So again, your spine is nice and long right here. Fingers are barely touching your blocks. Then try to fly your arms right over your front thigh. Notice all the strength that's developing in your front leg. Sweep your arm up. Hands to heart center. And step in. Mountain. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time the leg closest to me steps in. We step back with the other leg. Back heel is up, shoulders stacked over your hips. Hold right here, really feeling your hip flexor, the top of your hip, hand and pocket area opening. And remember, you can always choose to stay right here in high lunge, or we can hinge forward. Find the blocks, really focus on length and spine. And then hover over your front thigh, flying your arms. Sweep your arms up. Hands to heart center. And step in. Nice. Now remember, you can use the blocks like this during any of the flows. They simply bring you closer to the ground. If you would like to omit the forward folds, please do. Just stay in the half lift. So now we're gonna move our blocks a little bit to the front, unless you would like to use them. Mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your hips, swan dive forward, and fold. Now notice right here, you do have a bend in your knees. You could also be right here in a half lift. Head is soft, you can shake it, yes or no. Now inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in both of your knees, reverse your swan dive, pinky to pinky, palm to palm. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that again, starting in mountain. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive forward, and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in both knees, reverse your swan dive all the way up. And then hands to heart center. Mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale like you're moving through water. Lead with your chest and let it go. Remembering you can keep as much of a bend in those knees as you need. If it feels good, you can lengthen out, but again, we're not locking the knees. Inhale, half lift. So you have a nice flat back here. Exhale, fold. A deep bend in both knees as you reverse your swan dive. And take your hands to heart center. Back to mountain, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward and fold. Now inhale, half lift. Notice knees are nice and bent. Fingers spread apart, step back into plank. Remember, plank can be full or kneeling a bit above your kneecaps. Wherever you are in plank, chin is a bit off your chest, shoulders are relaxed from your ears, and you should feel your entire midsection powering up. If you feel your low back, bring your hips up a little higher. If you don't feel your belly, bring them down a bit. But hips should be level with your shoulders. And again, this is a very powerful core builder. And your core is your entire midsection. Now we're slowly gonna chaturanga down, building upper body strength, hugging your upper arms in, and see how slowly you can lower down. Tops of the toes touch, fingers are light. A slight lift up, maybe not that big. This is baby cobra. And this is an excellent option instead of up dog. So this is baby cobra. Release down, push up, open up your knees. Belly rests in between your thighs. And we're in child's pose. It may feel good to take your hips a little bit side to side here, or even to walk your hands out in one direction. Pause for a second. And then walk back center. Walk your hands out, angling in the other direction. And then come back center. Come up onto all fours. And we'll go into cat and cow. Dropping the shoulders. Feeling your hands grounded. Your knees are grounded. Spine is long. We're going to inhale, open. And then exhale and round. Inhale, opening your heart center. Exhale and round. You may want to shut your eyes here so you can really connect with your breath. We'll do 2 more. Coming back to neutral, opening up your knees and pulling back into child's pose. Now you're welcome to come back to tabletop, or if you'd like, tucking your toes, lifting your hips up into down dog. Now please note your heels do not need to touch the mat. Knees can have a nice big bend in them. What's most important is that your bottom is lifting up, ears are between your upper arms, and your spine is long. You can think of your chest melting towards your thighs. Take a few breaths. And take your gaze between your hands. You could be in tabletop. We're just gonna step forward. And we're in either forward fold, or you could come directly into a half lift. If you're in the forward fold, come to your half lift. And then we can exhale, full deep bend in both knees. Reverse your swan dive up. And take your hands to heart center. Back to mountain. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into plank of your choice. And if you'd like, you can try to chaturanga down from this full plank or the kneeling plank position. Tops of your toes turn, they press down. Maybe it's just an inch, baby cobra. Very, very small but powerful movement. Feeling your low back, your glutes, your hamstrings. Release down, push up, open up your knees, pull back into child's pose. Take a few breaths. No, you can always go to tabletop, or when you're ready, tucking toes, coming into down dog. Now, some days it will feel good just to stay still. Other days you may want to pedal your heels towards your mat, or even lift your heels up and down a few times. Just hold down dog for a second. Now, if you're in tabletop, you're going to be right with us. Let's try that one-legged down dog again. So we'll take your right leg, lift it up. Hips are level, you feel your bum. And then basically all you do is just shift back forward into that plank, take your knee in, and it's okay to scoot it in, right? It takes time, and maybe it's just our leg length, right? That inhibits that movement. Coming into your lunge, and perhaps you want those blocks right next to you. So you can come up a bit higher, fly your arms, and then sweep up, high lunge. And then the hands are gonna come down, step back into plank. Again, we're high plank or kneeling plank. Chaturanga down. Baby cobra, just a slight movement up. It just could be an inch. Release down. Push up, open up your knees. Child's pose, maybe staying here. Sometimes the strongest bodies are taking a retreat in child's pose. And tuck your toes, lift your hips up. You may find that your heels are getting closer to the ground. Take a few breaths, staying still or moving. And we're gonna try the left leg this time, lifting it up. You're gonna feel your glute, your hamstring. One-legged down dog. And shift forward into plank. Bring our knee in. Scoot it forward, maybe finding those blocks. Lifting the chest up. Flying, hovering over the front thigh. Sweeping your arms up. High lunge. And then hands come down. Back foot comes in, and you can come into a forward fold. Or I'm in a demo, I just went right into a half lift with my blocks. Half lift up, exhale, fold, deep bend in both of your knees, reverse your swan dive up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Very nice. Now let's take the blocks, put them back out again. We're gonna play with our lunge just a bit more. Standing tall, mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now take your leg furthest from me and step back into high lunge. Hip is forward. You've got your blocks right there. Hinge from your hips, find your blocks. Come onto your fingers. Fly your arms, hover. And then sweep the arms up. Now hands to heart center. You're gonna take a twist towards your front knee. So twisting towards your front knee and maybe staying right here, or opening your hands, taking a gaze at your back thumb. So we're in a twisting high lunge. Just notice all the stability. Your entire body is working together as a unit. Some muscles are strengthening, others are stretching. Lots of stability to keep your body still. Breath is fluid. Now gently untwist, hands to heart center. And we're gonna step in. And you can either do a little fold forward or you can stand that half lift. And we'll all half lift. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in your knees, reverse your swan dive all the way up. Hands to heart center. Now this next time, step back with the leg closest to me. Finding high lunge. Remember, we can pick the level too that we want to bend our knees. Just find that solid foundation, and maybe one day this is just where you stay. Everything else, these other layers, they're just options. Fingers come to your blocks, lengthen that spine, and then hover, fly over your front thigh. Feel that front leg building stability and strength. Sweep your arms up, hips go forward. Now hands to heart center, and you're twisting towards your front knee. So you're gonna be twisting away from me. Twist towards your front knee and maybe stay there with your hands at heart center, or reach your arms out, thumbs are up, and we're in a twisting lunge. Breathing, maybe taking that gaze towards your back thumb. Think about relaxing your shoulders, feeling your feet ground, head lift, and fingers reach. Untwist. You can find those blocks and maybe step forward into a half lift or a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in both knees as you reverse your swan dive all the way up. And take your hands to heart center. Very nice. Now, blocks are optional here. Let's flow through one more time, nice and slow, just really focusing on what our body needs and picking the options that are right for us. Inhale up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your hips, swan dive forward, fold, knees are bent. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step back into plank of your choice. Feel your core, your midsection, front, side, and back bodies firing up. And if you're feeling good, stay in high plank, or you can kneel above your kneecaps. See how slowly you can chaturanga down. Turn your toes. Meeting in baby cobra. Fingertips are very light. It's your back body that's bringing you up. Breathe. Soft gaze, about a foot in front of you, so you're not straining your upper neck. And release down. Strong arms push you up. Open up your knees and pull back into child's pose. You're welcome to take a breath here. Stay here as long as you would like. When you're ready, tucking the toes, meeting in down dog. Again, bend those knees. Don't worry about the heels touching. And then in opposition, if it feels good, you can lengthen your legs. However, we're not locking those knees. And then we're going to take the right leg up. Feel your glute, hips level with your mat. And this is your full body shifting you forward. Knee comes in, and then we scoot the foot forward, aligning ourselves into that nice lunge position, maybe taking the blocks, lengthening your spine a bit more, flying, sweeping up, Hands to heart center, and let's take that twist again. So you're twisting away from me towards your front knee. Maybe opening your arms, thumbs are up, more space in your shoulder joint. Untwist. Hinge forward. Step back and flow through. So from full or modified plank, chaturanga down, so slow. Turn your toes. Baby cobra. This powerful back body builder here. Release down. Push up, open up your knees, child's pose. Now tuck, come into down dog. Know the tabletop is also an option right there. This time your left leg will lift up. Sweep it through. And again, maybe you come a little bit and then you want your blocks, right? Our limb lengths, our tightness, a lot of it will come into play as an integrated full body movement right there. Come to your fingers, fly, sweep the arms up, hands to heart center. Now twist towards your front knee and maybe stay right there. Reach out if that feels right. Notice the heat you're building. Untwist, step in, folding forward, inhaling half lift, exhale fold, deep bend in your knees, reverse your swan dive all the way up, and take your hands to heart center. Stand tall. Turn back towards me, mountain pose. Ground those feet, Pada Bandha. Big toe, pinky toe, heel pressing down. Feel your thighs firm. Get length in that spine. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times, deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more time, big breath in. Exhaling, hands to heart center. We're gonna be moving into a bit of balance, so if you'd like to have a chair or a wall, something near you for a little support, please grab that. Place your weight in your right foot. Tiptoe your left, and open your leg. Your foot can go below or above your kneecap. Tree pose. Shoulders soft. If you fall out, tell yourself, good job. Simply start again. If you're feeling real stable, reach your branches, soften the shoulders. Hands back to heart center. Now see if you can float that knee up. Lengthen your leg. It can be close to the ground or it could be up a little higher. Fingers reach down. Float your arms up, float your leg up, taking any part of this. Hands to heart center. Knee floats up and releases down. Shake it out. Mountain. Inhale up. Exhale, press your palms. This time, weight goes onto our left leg. Tiptoe the right. And maybe this is where you are today. Opening, taking your foot below or above the knee. Pressing your palms to activate your midsection. All of our movement comes from our midsection. The stronger we are in our midsection, the easier our movements will be. Maybe growing those branches or not. Check those shoulders, let them drop. Hands to heart center. Now we'll release, float the knee up. Maybe lengthen the leg, it can be closer to the ground. Fingers reach down. Or maybe float up with that leg. Find that soft spot to look at, your drishti. Hands to heart center, knee lifts. And then see how slowly you can lower down. Shake everything out. For this next round, you may want a bolster or folded towels to sit on. Please note that you can also do these same poses in a chair. So if it feels better to have your hips even higher, grab a chair. We're gonna go ahead and come down. Now I'm gonna face this way so you can see my legs. You can still face towards me. Lengthen your legs out in front. We're gonna revisit that forward fold in a different position. So first, fingers reach down, so a little press down, lift your chest, drop your shoulders. Toes pull into your knees. This may be enough right here. So I'm gonna repeat part of yoga, letting go of expectations, letting go of judgment, being objective and meeting ourselves exactly where we're at. So if you feel a lot of opening in the back of your leg, you're there, this is it. Another option is we can reach our hands out, keeping all that wonderful length in our spine. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Again, inhale. Exhale, take that hinge. And one more time. Inhale and hinge. Now let your hands land wherever you can keep that nice length in your spine. So you're thinking forehead to your toes versus top of your head to your toes. And maybe you can walk your hands out. You might be able to grasp the sides of your feet or even yogi hook your big toes. Now, wherever you're at, keeping the length in your spine, allow your body to relax. So we're relaxing without collapsing your chest, shoulders, and necks. You're simply exhaling, starting to surrender into the pose. Nice deep breath in and out. On that exhale, could be very, very subtly feeling more opening. Shut your eyes. Notice the rooting of your bottom, the rooting of your heels. If you ever feel anything that's uncomfortable, you ease out. So reminding you, there's lots of ways that this pose can look. Take a few more breaths. And then wherever you are, hinge back up. And we'll go ahead, come off of our bolster. And if you can sit really tall, you don't need the bolster, that's fine too. Now we're gonna lie all the way down. You can either use your stomach as you come down, or you can always roll to your side and lie down, your choice. Head relaxes down. Plant your shoulders down, palms up. Arms are very light on the ground. Feet are a few inches from your bottom. Press through both heels and lift your hips up for bridge. And similar to our baby cobra, you're going to feel your glutes, hamstrings, and your low back working right here. Hips are level, breath is fluid. Release down. Now hug your knees into your chest. Feel your entire spine pressing down. Head, shoulders, low back, everything's in contact with your mat. Now your feet come down, knees are up, hands are out, and this time if you'd like to make right angles with your hands, and you're going to apply a little pressure down with your elbows. Press through your heels, lift your hips up, and just notice how that opens up your chest a bit more in bridge. Just continuing with your deep breath. And then release down. Hug your knees back in. Let's do that a few more times. So feet come down in your own time. Press your elbows down. Lift your hips up. And then lower down. And give yourself a hug in. Go ahead and continue that. I'm just going to go ahead and restart our music. It stopped there. So you're moving from bridge into hugging knees to chest. Bridge is wonderful for strengthening your back body. Continuing. We'll do one more. And then we'll meet with the knees hugged into the chest. It may feel good to move again. Massage out your low back. Hold center. And relax your feet down, but take them pretty wide on your mat. So they could even be off the mat. Both knees are going to drop in one direction. You'll feel the top of your hip opening. Just let your upper body just really surrender into the ground. These are called windshield wipers. Take a few deep breaths. And then bring your knees up and let them drop in the opposite direction. Again, this drop is subjective. It could be an inch, 2 inches, it could be more. What feels good for your body? And we'll come up center, maybe your eyes are shut. Let's drop in the opposite direction one more time. Notice the ebb and flow of your breath. And come back center and switch. Hello, Oreo. That was my cat if you saw him. His name's Oreo. He likes yoga music. Or he wants to get fed, one or the other. Come up. Now hug your knees in and give your body whatever it needs before Shavasana. So you may want to circle out your ankles a bit. May feel good to circle out your hips. When you're ready, just lengthen your legs out. Let the toes roll out, palms are up. Eyes shut. You may even want to cover your eyes with a towel, or if you have an eye pillow. And this right here, final relaxation, Shavasana. It's really what all that movement was about. We move our bodies to open up space. Take deep breath to create ease in our minds, in our nervous systems, so that we can come and settle in to this place of stillness and peace. You have created this. So keeping your eyes shut, let your breath return to normal. We'll spend about 2 minutes right here, just taking in all the benefits of your practice. If your mind is ever really busy, simply think inhale and exhale. When you're ready, bring a little movement back. You can wiggle fingers, toes, rotate out your wrists, your ankles. So just bringing a little movement back. You're always coming out of Shavasana in your perfect time. If you're in a nice, peaceful pace, you may even just want to pause the video and stay there a bit longer. If you're ready, knees hug into your chest. And traditionally you roll to the right side, fetal position, and then push yourself up. And we'll meet back in easy seated position. If you hear me saying other words like Sukhasana, that's the Sanskrit version. And I'll layer those in. I'll sprinkle them in because I know it's a lot to take in. So this is easy seated position or Sukhasana. And once we're here, sitting nice and tall, you may want to come back to those half neck circles. Just loosening the neck, shoulder region. And then bringing your head back center when you're nice and even. Take your hands to heart center. Shut your eyes or look down softly. And just notice what has shifted. body, mind, spirit. Take a moment for thanking yourself for showing up. Showing up for yourself so that you're better for others. Staying right there, eyes shut or soft gaze down, your drishti. I'm going to pick our random power thought of the day from Louise Hayes. And I did post this too in the announcement. So if you're interested, if you like the thought of the day, I posted the information. Ooh. So our power thought of the day is, I am willing to forgive. Forgiveness of myself and others releases me from the past. Forgiveness is the answer to almost every problem. Forgiveness is a gift to myself. I forgive and I set myself free. I am willing to forgive. So let that power thought resonate in or float on by if it's not for you. Then we'll open our eyes, ending this class with namaste. The light in me respects the light in you. Namaste. So I hope that you are enjoying these slow flows, and even if you've taken yoga prior, you are just really getting into those subtle little pinpoint movements, because there's always another layer of breath, of engagement of your body as we meet ourselves where we're at. Thank you.